Hey everybody, it's that time again, time for Darrell's Monday Market Report. So this week, before we get into the numbers, don't know if you're aware, but rates evidently dropped a little last week. But as all of you know, there's inflation out there. We don't know how bad it's going to get, but at some point that will affect rates. From my understanding, they may go up a couple times next year. So sellers keep that in mind. Buyers keep that in mind too, because every quarter point or eighth that goes up, that's less people can afford. So if you're thinking of buying, no greater time to lock in a lower payment than right now, and sellers, still a great market. Let's get into the numbers this week. So we're down quite a bit from last week. In all of Collin County, the last 7 days, we have 777 properties in various stages of being new to the market or under contract. That's down 141 from last week. But again, it's seasonal, but it's still not the same market it used to be just even 2 years ago. If you're thinking of selling, people are buying all the time. I have clients that are flying in tomorrow that they just got a property, so people are moving here all the time. 365 people a day, 365 days a year. So don't hesitate if you're thinking of selling. So this week in Collin County, had 190 new properties hit the market or had price change. We had 207 go under contract. So you can see even in this market, still just not keeping up with demand. We had 137 go pending and 242 sold. So that's the story you see there, is how many sold and how many went under contract. So you go under contract, there's not a lot of competition. You're going to sell relatively quick, most likely over list price in many cases, depending on location and condition. Condition's still important. Now you can sell a home that needs some work in this market, where you might not have been able to get away with that a couple years ago. You have a little bit of room there right now. I'm going to be putting a home on the market probably in a couple weeks in the Mesquite area that's going to need a little bit of love. So keep a lookout for that one if you're looking to move to Mesquite. And in Allen this week, had 14 new properties come on the market or had a price change. We had 20 go under contract. 8 that went pending, and look at this, 28 that sold. So double the number sold that hit the market this week in Allen. Something to think about. Allen's hot. Lucas this week, 6 new properties hit the market. I had a price change with 3 that went under contract, 1 that went pending, and 5 that sold. And Lucas is smaller, of course, more expensive, but you can see things are moving well there. So you had a little more competition this week in Lucas than last week, but still, with those numbers, it didn't really replace what was sold or went under contract. Parker this week, 3 new properties hit the market or had a price change with 3 that went under contract. Nothing went pending this week and 2 that sold. Fairview, definitely smaller, more expensive in many cases. You have homes in all price ranges from, well, nothing's in the low threes anymore, mid threes to the millions. Fairview, 2 new properties in the market or had a price change. We had 1 that went under contract, 1 that went pending, and 2 that sold. So basically, we have no new inventory to speak of. Okay, so this week, numbers are down in our 3 biggest areas in Collin County. Mckinney, as usual, came in number 1, barely beat out Plano by 1. They had 153 new properties, 153 properties new to the market or under contract in Mckinney, 152 in Plano, so that's number 2, and it's again Frisco, number 3 at 133. So let's get into the numbers in Plano. Had 36 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 48 go under contract. And these are all in the last 7 days. So that just tells you about the velocity of the market too. It's still moving fast, I can tell you. I was showing a property in Lucas and it needed foundation work and a lot of other things. And there were over 10 offers, I was told. And it was not an inexpensive property. So even with work, people are still getting a lot of offers. Okay, and in Plano again, we had 20 properties that went pending and 48 that sold. See, the same number sold that went under contract in Plano. So that just tells you any new inventory comes in doesn't really replace what we need. So sellers, if you're thinking of selling again, you can see just how quickly things are moving. Mckinney this week, 32 new properties hit the market or had a price change, with 43 that went under contract, 29 that went pending, and 49 that sold. Frisco, 32 new properties hit the market or had a price change, had 33 go under contract, 29 that went pending, and 39 that sold. Frisco's definitely not a first-time home buyer market. Price points are much higher there than some other parts of Collin County. So that just tells you what the demand is. We do have a lot of California money coming. So that makes a big difference, I believe, in what's driving our prices to go up. Projection from CoreLogic, as I mentioned, usually every week or every other week, is they're saying we'll be 21% here in the next 12 months. More than that in Austin, probably more like 30%. So as long as that demand keeps coming, sellers, look to get it sold quickly and for top dollar. Melisa this week, 10 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We have 5 that went under contract, 2 that went pending, and 6 that sold. And in Princeton, 12 new properties hit the market or had a price change this week. And this is kind of funny, 8 went under contract and 8 went pending. And then 14 that sold. Wylie, man, the city just is smoking hot every week. Very consistent. 20 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 10 that went under contract, 5 that went pending, and 16 that sold. Wylie's a nice area if you're looking for, some of it's a little more rural, a little more land there than some other cities, so might be an area you want to consider if you're looking in eastern Collin County, kind of northeastern. Actually, well, not northeastern, but eastern. And this week in Lavon, nothing new hit the market, so if you're thinking of selling in Lavon, might be a good time to do it. Might be a great day to put something on the market. We had 1 that went under contract, 4 that went pending, and 5 that sold. Anna, we had 7 new properties hit the market or had a price change this week, 6 that went under contract, 12 that went pending, and 10 that sold. Farmersville, only 1 new property hit the market or had a price change this week. We had 5 that went under contract, nothing went pending, and 3 that sold. Van Alstyne, again, last but not least, 5 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 1 that went under contract, 6 that went pending, and 5 that sold. Hope you're enjoying the monthly or the weekly market report. Let me know if there's any other subject I can give you a video on. Happy to do so. All my contact information is at the end of this video. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.